You already know podcast, y'all. We live. This your boy Toast. Thanks for joining. I'm about to play this new track right here by my guy Mase, man. It's a freestyle he did. This joint is crazy. I definitely gotta hear it. You already know how we rocking. Let's get it, y'all.
Versi, what's good with you, boy?
Practice. I can show you practice. I can show you how to put $1 million in a mattress. I can show the difference between an icon and a classic. Baby in the major should be rolling in a basket. I'm advanced. And it's a lot of dance from anywhere. My jewelry jump like Ja Morant. And Kith Tower shorts got me tanning with the babes. You would be a surfer if you ever had this wave. I just switch up my cabana, they throw shade. Matter top 5, the top wives know I'm the fave. And though I'm out the loop, I be mute, playing cute, nothing to say to you. Cause when I'm back home, I'm like Kyrie, I won't play with you. This is magic with the fur. Tim Duncan on the spur. Tanya Harton on the skates. This that Kobe number 8. This the kick over the head in the hand of Sue Bird. This boy's superb. All I got is 2 words.
Yeah. Mase killed that.
Versi, what's
Mase still got that wordplay, man. His wordplay is crazy, man. And his flows, it's definitely crazy, man. Shout out to Mase, man. That was Mase 2022 freestyle. That thing was crazy, y'all. Definitely check him out, man. Check that out right there. Let's get into something else, though, man. He got a lot more going on. He talking about the Diddy situation. He speaks on Fivio. A lot of people don't know the information out there that's going on and things that's going on. So he actually going to talk about it, and then he's going to talk about the diss track of why he was actually went at Puff, so y'all get to know the the backstory for the people that don't know. Check this out right here, y'all.
Versi, what's good with you, boy?
Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button.
At this time, you didn't know about Fivio. Nobody knew about him. So then, the way people talk about it now is like he was smoking hot, and I gave him 5,000. I want you to think of somebody asking you to sign them, and you don't know them at all. It's like somebody hitting you in the DM right now and saying, yo, man, sign me right now. I'm going to make you a lot of money. How much would you give a person you don't know? You don't even know all of their music. You're just doing it because of the person they're with, because the other guy was the guy you wanted to sign. I thought Fivio was dope, but I thought the industry wouldn't give him a big of a play because he was older than the other kids. The other kids was like 19. He was like 28, 29. So let's keep it in perspective. Didn't mean he wasn't a great, amazing artist, but it was nothing to invest in at that time. All of the money you put into an artist to make them work will be after you sign them. So it's way much more even than that.
And Mase dropping some knowledge,
but I don't feel like discussing all of that here.
Pay attention,
so
y'all.
I probably shouldn't even told you that, but it was just pretty much. I looked at it as giving somebody 5,000, because at that point there was no way to make my money back. So how much would you give me right now? The guy that asked me that question. How much money would you give me right now?
Well, you Mace, I'll give you millions because you're Mace. But
No, I'm saying if a guy just call you right now and say, "Hey, I can make you a lot of money," how much money would you give them right now? So me, it wasn't a matter of me signing him for 5,000. I was giving him 5,000 to say, "Hey, let me show you what I could do," because at that point, 5,000 to a kid in the ghetto with nothing, it wasn't going to be the end of the money I gave him, because when I went to do a deal, I ended up giving them 750,000. So I think it's very reckless that people would get on the internet and say you gave somebody 5,000 and not mention the 750,000 that came from my company as well.
I feel you, Mace. Obviously, yeah, I'll do the same. I'll do all my background check and see if the artist is like can make me money and stuff like that, and obviously take him on board. But obviously, like because of you, look where 5 years now in it or whatever. All
And
the
I
other
didn't do it.
artists.
And honestly, I didn't do it for Fivio. I'm so honest that I don't even lie when I should lie. I didn't do that for Fivio. You know who did that for Fivio?
Nah.
You want to know?
Yes, please. Yes.
God did that for Fivio. Because I wasn't, once I thought they stole the money, I wasn't really around him. But then that's not how the story get told. It's more like, you know, Mase would, not really be around, but not say why I wouldn't be around. That I think that's kind of reckless. Even for people to try to edit his story, because I don't believe Fivio says that. I believe that's how people try to get him into the conversation. Me and Fivio don't have any issues. Because when it came down to the money, and I said, you know what, whatever we get, we're going to split like bosses. I know that's much different than my deal. And everything that I had on him in the back end, I gave back to him at the point of signing. So then why did I get it in the first place? That would be a good question too, right?
Yeah.
Why did you get it in the first place? So the labels couldn't rip us off. Because if he had it, he would have went to the label and got a little bit of money with low equity, with no merchandising, with no publishing, with no anything, no masters. They wouldn't have given that to him. So it was for me to set the deal up that so I could be a big brother to him, make sure we get the deal we supposed to get, and then
Knowledge.
be able to give him back the things
Knowledge, man. You
that he
speaking.
would have had to give to the label. But because I had it, I could give it back to him. Who should I invoice for telling you this?
Yo, that's a good looks, man.
Yo,
You
Mace
got
Hey,
talking.
Mace, do you feel as though people respect your name enough in the game? You
Hell
heard?
no. Sorry.
no,
They don't.
everybody
They
can answer
don't.
that one.
They do not. They be having Mace messed up.
Yeah.
You look on the shade room
We
comments.
had a room where we did a battle with you and Jay, but it was all the way up to 99, and a lot of people didn't think you was gonna win, but you end up winning. But I'm just saying, do you think that, like, you in different circles, do you get the respect when you're around people of how great you really are?
No, I don't think so, but I know this is the way I get my serenity from. I look at the culture, right? I look at guys like Drake. I look at guys like even J. Cole. I look at people like Kanye. I look at his documentary and I'm like, yo, the first person on this doc is Mase. I look at the people that came from being around me.
Right. I didn't even know
I
that he
look,
was
I
messing
look,
with you
I
like
look at
that.
the Kanyes. I look at Just Blaze, who did, Harlem World of Movement before he was with Rockefeller. I look at Pharrell. Why you over there looking at me? I look at the people that I like started with. Now I left music, so I didn't stick around with them. But if you think of Pharrell, you think of Kanye, you think of Just Blaze, you think of DMX. I was like the first album he was on. Just think of the people I
Yeah,
just
that's
named.
the shit, niggas that started. So I like to say, yeah, Mace.
Yeah, like
Like,
so. Just think of
it's
that.
like the Breakfast Club when Charlamagne was trying to shit on your name, and then Jadakiss
And
and
on
niggas looking
top
at the
of
nigga
that,
like, nigga,
too, you have
what
to
the fuck
put
is
it
you?
in
Hold
perspective.
on, hold on. Is when Mason and was trying, Charlamagne was trying to shit on your name, and Jadakiss and them was like, nah, Mace wrote mad hits for Biggie. Like, nigga, what the fuck is you talking about? So I think, like, you gonna get your flowers from great people, like them, like people, like
Yeah,
fans and shit.
it's
They not
like
gonna
being
understand.
it's like being a that's why I said it in the record. It's like you're nobody. I'm nobody to the nobodies,
Yeah,
but I'm a goat to the goats.
yeah,
Like
that's
if
real
you
shit.
get, like if Biggie was here, he'd tell you about Mase. It's like, and even I watch certain artists when they get to a certain level and they get enough money that they're securing themselves, then they give me my flowers. But while they're trying to compete with me, they can't give me my flowers because why would you want him to be around if you're trying to be him? You can't have him around because he would expose that you're not the real thing.
But I think
Bro,
that's
Mace,
not messed
you're
up about
somebody
hip
to
hop.
me.
That's
Ho
why a
ho
lot of
ho.
legends don't get their.
Ice was trying to talk. Ice was trying.
And let me continue though. I mean, if you look at The Last Dance, that's Michael Jordan. You know what he started with? Mace. He could have started with anybody. This Michael Jordan. So I look at it like with the people that count, because everybody that's under the gatekeepers, they try to prove who they are to the gatekeepers. The gatekeepers know who I am.
Testament, I mean, of many things, but if anything's a testament to your timelessness, it's the internal rhyme schemes you use. Like, uh, Lex the Hoes, extra O's. Like, it's a video of Kanye that didn't make it on his documentary, bigging you up on that. Like, what made that? What made you? Because I feel like you knew at early on that was gonna like cement you
Yeah,
timelessly.
I knew that was going to set me apart because as I studied hip hop, and I truly believe I'm a student of it. Like I used to study people like K Solo, Redman, um who else? Smooth the Hustler. That was when I first like, and he's from Brooklyn. He was talking about the back rapper, the chap dapper, the that dapper, the that.
It's
And I was
crazy.
like, yo. And I was young. I was thinking, yo, he's rhyming 2 words at a time.
It's crazy.
Then I started looking into it, and then one time I think it was me and a few guys. We was on the corner and they was rapping, and I started doing it. Everybody was like, "Woo!" Like I knew I had them because then I would see like Big L do it. You know what I'm saying? And because I was
Wow.
just trying it, and then Big L got crazy with it.
Yeah, Big L
Then
was
I was
crazy.
like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
Jim
I
said you
got
taught him how to rap.
yeah."
That's my favorite rapper, L.
Yeah, Big
And
L
then
was
when I
crazy.
saw L getting crazy with it too, I started doing 3 syllables because I was like, "Oh, he going." Because remember, it was like car show, all stars go. You know what I'm saying? Lace with carrots, hair honey blondish. Used to, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to rhyme 3 things at a time. And then I was like, once I get that, it's gonna be over. And I remember when I did it in front of Biggie, and he was like, he was trying to hold it in, but you know how you know when you giving out smoke. He is like, he don't want to say it because I'm from Harlem, but I know he's like, yo. He's going crazy right now. And then one time I just heard Big. He was like, yo,
Yo,
you alright. You alright. Big would never tell me I was nice. That's another story. He'd be
yo,
like,
Hey,
Mace,
yo,
Mace,
I got a
Mace, how
question,
was it,
Mace.
B? Oh, God.
he'd
Yeah,
go,
you
you
said,
alright. You alright. For a Harlem nigga, you alright.
yeah, Mace, I got a question. Now, I was listening to the Oracle too, and
Mm-hmm.
you said you're not an architect. You know how to market death. What you said? Pay his mom's what does she owe? What you mean by that? Like break that down.
I'm not really gonna get into the
Come
slander
on,
of it.
man.
Come
That's
on,
it.
man. You should know
I
where
Come
he
on, the
meant,
people,
Yeah,
man.
that
Come
shit
people
all
want
over
to
I,
know.
You
YouTube.
know
it,
what
People
murder,
want to
man.
know.
Come on, man.
that's self. I don't explain things that's self-explanatory. If somebody say pay somebody what they're worth, that means they don't have what they're worth. That's simple. It, I'm not gonna get into all of the details, the juice of it, but you know what I'm saying. If we say, yo, you need to pay, boy, you need to give Mace what belongs to him. That means Mace don't have what belongs to him. Just like when Ross told Birdman, yo, you need to make that right with Lil Wayne. I find it odd that nobody has told Puff, you need to make this right with these guys.
Big facts.
Mace, they probably did, but he probably didn't listen. You never know.
But
Puff,
Well, why
it seems
nobody
like
made a diss
that's
record
just
about
how
him?
Puff, you gotta
Mace. It
make
seems
this
like
right,
that's how
Puff,
rap
man.
music is designed, though. feel like everybody get fucked
Mace
in.
is talking.
Man, Puff is a gatekeeper, and them
I
niggas don't
agree
want to
with
go
that
against him.
too. Like all the execs been
You
they rape niggas, man.
Like
like
what
rap is
Mace
better. Let me tell you something real that I know. I was with G Unit for about a month, a week or two. Rap is more fun when everybody got money.
Yep.
I was going around with, I mean, is Lloyd Banks, is Tony Yayo, Mobb Deep was there at the time, MOP was there at the time, and this one thing I can say, it seemed like everybody had money. It was a different vibe. Whereas when everybody is in on another label and niggas don't have their money, it's so much animosity because everybody is fighting for crumbs.
That's true though,
And
Mace.
everybody's willing to do anything to get
That's a
what they
fact.
want.
Yo,
Yeah,
Mace, remember?
so it's gonna be hard to be stand up unless you really stand up, because whatever crumb you're willing to leave on the table, somebody is coming in there to do it for those crumbs. So then that
Facts.
fosters a bad mentality because you
Facts.
can't succeed in that kind of environment.
Nope.
Yo, Mace.
Not and get paid. You gonna either get paid or or be a success. And you
Hey,
got to not get paid to
Hold up.
be a success.
Hey, Mace,
yo,
remember,
Mace, I got another
let me talk
question,
to
man.
Mace for a second. Hey, Mace,
Go
remember
ahead,
that
go ahead.
time we was in Miami on the on Olivia's video shoot? Me, you, Fifth, and we was in the middle of Bermuda Triangle. The so sexy video. How fun we had on that yacht back then when the whole G unit was popping back then.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Who else was asking something?
Yeah, I was trying to ask a question, man. I seen a joint where Diddy was like, he gave up some bread, like he felt like you owe him. He said, if I invest my money in somebody and they don't make it back and they just run off, he said you slid off with the check or some shit like that. Can you elaborate on that?
It was in the song.
Yo, let me
Saying he
ask you
asked a
something.
question though, like, come on, man.
Ice, let me ask you something that cause now it seemed like y'all want to have a messy conversation, but
Yeah.
I'm
no,
just
listen to
asking.
me,
I'm trying
listen
to
to
Leave
me.
figure
him
it out.
Nah. We talking straight, so let's just talk straight. If it's messy, it's messy. That's just what it is. But it's because it's a way you can act something, and it's a way you cannot. Like if I
he
put you
on
on
his
a
blind he on
magazine,
his blind shit.
no, it's all good. I'm saying if I put you on a magazine and I say, "Is Mace for real?" No matter what the inside of the magazine is about, you're still casting doubt. Do y'all understand that?
Yeah, we understand
So
that.
Yep.
it's a way you present something that'll share where you really are going with it. So if we're trying to have an honest conversation, then it's like, yo, boy said that you that he gave you some bread. Talk about that. Not he said you slid off with it because you already putting it in a negative connotation. So no matter what I'm saying, it's gonna be taken in a negative way. If we're talking about money, we can have a money conversation. If you give me $20,000 or $50,000 and I give you No Way Out, the album, and then you come and give me $2 million after I've done No Way Out and Harlem World, did I run off with your money or you still owe me money?
He still owe you
I,
money.
It's the equivalent of a player outplaying that contract.
No, I'm waiting on him to answer that. Because
you
if
want
you,
me?
if,
Yeah.
yeah,
He
if you,
owe me some bread. He owe me some bread.
he
Yeah.
definitely owe you bread, right? If he gave you, if he gave you 50 and you gave him No Way Out, he owe you bread, right?
Definitely. Hell yeah.
And then if he don't give you no bread, and then you come back and give him Feel So Good after not getting no bread, and all of those records, More
Why
Money,
why
More Problem. Wait, Don't stop me while I'm talking. If you ask me a question, let me answer. And then I give you all those consecutive hits. And you turn around and say, you know what? I'm going to give you $2 million. You can say, this music I gave you made at least 300 million.
Mm.
300. So if you give me 2 million 2 times or 5 times, it's still not the money I should have gotten if I help you make 300.
Hey, make an
Well,
ask.
I
Make
ain't
that
it.
even
But here's the
Hey,
here's the
make an
that's
kicker,
ask.
not
Mace.
even
Let me ask one
that's
question
not
real
Hold
quick.
even
on, let him
10%.
talk. Let him talk.
Wait, that's not even 10% of what you generated.
Here's the
Yeah,
Okay,
Mace.
That's
so
I wanted to
crazy.
ask
That's
so if
crazy.
you
you
drop an
think he
album
think that?
today,
Hey,
No,
okay,
hey,
but
hey,
stop.
you hogging
Let's
the
not
mic,
go
Ice. Let
further.
somebody else
This
get a
is how
chance,
I
bro.
like to have
That
conversation.
nigga on it.
This is how I like to have conversation. You
That
ask a
nigga Ice want to
question,
ask all the
I
questions.
give you the answer, and then let's deal with that answer first before we move on, because that's not a good conversation.
Right. Talk to him, Mace. You already know
right.
So
I was
podcast,
it,
so
y'all.
it was along the same lines. I wanted to ask, why would he do that? You think he doing that to French and all them jerking them out of their money, or he just
but no, because then what that's gonna do, what you just said, and all y'all are good people. You know what I'm saying? I know good people when I kind of hear them. You, that's gonna be taking the light off the real conversation. The real conversation is that's not even 10%. Because if you jump the French now, you still not gonna get no justice for Mace. If you jump the
no?
Biggie now, you still not gonna get that for this. So
Right.
it's like, let's deal with one thing at a time, and then after we deal with that, you'll have your answer about everybody else, because you know how the system works. I'm trying to get people to understand the system. Once you
Right.
understand the system, you'll understand that a God telling you that's standard. Standard based upon who? Standard based upon what? Because that's what people love to tell you. Well, that's just standard. Well, the standards are pretty low.
Mace.
Sorry, Mace.
that,
Can I ask
that's
something
facts.
again, please? You see, if Puffy did release the money and stuff like that, would you work with him again?
I don't think that's like I honestly I don't know who you are, but it just sounds like you working with him. You
Mace,
sound like
Mace,
him.
Mace. I'm
No,
not
no, I'm
working with.
being we're having an
I'm.
honest conversation, bro. It's like, because what you're asking me is real spill, but my mind ain't there. My mind is like, I'm the type of person, if you owe me money, give me my money and let me enjoy it before I have to answer, are we doing something else? First let me get mine and enjoy mine. Like you enjoy yours. It's like somebody starving you, then feeding you and asking you, can they get some of the food back? You know what I'm saying? That's how it feels to anybody,
That's
Mate,
like what
to
Nipsey
mate,
did,
somebody
I'm
on
bro.
my
I'm in the
side.
same predicament. I'm not working with Puffy.
I
I'm
know,
more
but
likely
my
to
my
work with
point
you.
is my point is ain't I can't even think about the future until I handle right now.
Facts. Facts.
Very true.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm totally
Like, cause
confused.
that's how people like, yo, if I stop cheating on you, can we get married? No, like,
That's crazy.
like you a serial cheater. You don't need to be married. Like, it's like promising something in the future so you can get to date. That's what all narcissists do.
Yeah, that's not right.
I'm
That's
not
not
gonna
right at
lie
all.
though, it would be in Diddy's best interest to give you the cash at this point, because like I'm a huge fan, but though the songs you have with him are my least favorite to listen to because of the situation. It just don't sit right with me as a listener. You know, like to know where you at with it, know that he not hearing you. It's just weird.
No, and I'm being honest.
He hearing
I
him.
don't
Trust me.
Man, listen, this
as
man knows what
as
he's
much
doing at the end
as
of the
much
day.
as as
Like, come
much
on
as
now.
I could have an issue with Puff. I have an issue with the people around him as well. Because I feel like it's the people around him that made it that bad. You get what I'm saying? It's like every time you let somebody do something that's not right, you strengthen them in that way that's not right.
Mm.
So it's the people around him that stayed and it wasn't right. They're part of the problem. It's not just him. Like you got to think after one album I was gone. So I couldn't just make all of these decisions without having other experiences. I had my own thing going on, but I also understood that this ain't right. This is terribly not right. This is not right. It only took me one album versus niggas that it take 100 years to figure it out. I'm smart enough to know, bro. Listen, this ain't it. So somebody will say, "Well, why would you go back?" Because things were promised to me, and then when those things didn't happen, I get low again. That's common sense. You're never gonna play me.
Yeah.
You from Harlem?
So
That's a
that's
fact.
not what people hear. They say, "Well, he just vanished again." No, you told him that this was gonna happen. That didn't happen. He watched you not do this. So again, he left again. He's not here to play with you. I'm not subject to him. That's what our biggest problem is.
So,
I'm not
Mason,
subject to him. I'm my own man. I will leave when I feel like leaving, and I'm gonna come when I feel like coming.
Mason,
Cause
you feel if
don't
Puff
know.
did the if you
He
feel
just
if
need to
Puff did
give
the
him
right
his
thing,
money
will he
back.
still be as
That's it
successful?
at the end of the day.
What
Real
did you
talk.
say?
I said, you feel if Puff did the right thing, will he still be as successful as he is now?
He will be bigger than he is now.
You think so?
Yeah, I watched Jay-Z do it.
So Jay Z did the right thing. You feel?
He did the right thing by Rihanna and Kanye. That's why they're
Not Dame.
billionaires.
What about Dame?
You asking? You see how every time you ask me something, you spin it. That's what I'm not trying to do. Spin
Okay,
it
okay, I
around
got
to
you.
who
No,
didn't
I'm just
get it.
asking it, and
I'm
I'm just trying to get
Now
clarity. I got you.
we're talking about artists. We're not talking about executives. Because
Okay,
Dame is
artist.
an executive. We're talking about artists. What he did
Okay.
he do right by the artist? He gave the artist the leverage to do the maximum of what they can do. Because he was secure that no matter how big Kanye get, he wouldn't be Jay-Z. That's your
Mm,
own confidence.
Now that's
If
Okay,
you
but
mate.
that's
feel like you gotta keep niggas down so you can have one up over them, then that speaks to your confidence.
I got you.
I don't tell my girl, look at the floor. I'm the best nigga in the room.
Yeah, mate's question. So if you decide to drop an album today, right, would Puffy get money out of that? Would he get paid out of that too?
No,
Oh, okay, okay. 'Cause I thought that was the only thing that was holding you up, because you know everybody like, yo, we need that album. I want it
no.
too, you know.
Before it was. This was the thing. We had a publishing issue, and the publishing issue wouldn't get cleared up. So if I bring you to work and I tell you this Friday, you think you're getting paid, and this Friday I tell you come Monday, and then you come Monday because something happened, and you ain't get paid Friday, and then I got you working to this Friday, and now you think you're gonna get both of them checks, and you get one check, and then you gotta give into another promise so you can get the other check. You gonna fall out of love with working for this company real fast.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Cause I'm from Harlem. I know all the slick talkers. Like you can't game me.
That was some good information, though. Puffy would have been bigger if he did the right thing.
He
That's right.
Puff would be bigger if he did. He would be light years. Jay-Z would be nowhere near him if he did the right thing. But that's why he was able to catch him.
More artists would have want to work with him too. Like they see that he a cutthroat.
Yeah.
So
I mean, cause we not going like me. I'm not here to lie for nobody. We're not gonna act like Puff ad libs and all of that stuff didn't play a role. Yes, that was magical when it was there. We're just saying the business practice. Like, yeah, I like going to the club with you, but I want to get paid too. I don't want to look at you count money in the video when it's my money. Like, that's not gonna be fun.
Yeah, nigga, give me
So
my
I'm
money, nigga.
yeah, so I'm not over here bitter. I'm not over here like one of those people. I'm like, yo, bro, I understand the game. I'm just not one you can game.
So what you saying, Mace, is it's business, never personal.
Yeah, like I'm from Harlem, right? And I'm from 133rd Street. So my block is really all of the stick up kids block, right? So in that block, what I learned was how stick up kids move, not hustlers. So I don't think like a hustler. I know the mindset of a stick up kid. So I know all of the versions you're using to try to get me to get stuck up again. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't go for it. I'm the type of guy, I have you thinking I don't know, but I know. So then when it's time to run your play, I'm not there for your play. I beat you to the play. So that's why people always say Mace left. But they don't say why he left. He peeped your game and he beat you to it. You have spent this amount of my money. I think it's fair that I get my money back. And I think it's fair that you go and live your best life. And if you don't have the money, maybe you could pay it to me later. Would you like to pay it to me later? Maybe with some interest or something. I don't know. But, I believe in a God that says he hates robbery. He hates it. Because when people are robbed, they are put in position to have to rob other people if they don't change that thought.
So let me ask you this. Do you think that um with I would say your trajectory, do you think that the way handling or I don't know if I want to say confronting, but it's not confrontational, but it can be. But do you think making a song as opposed to, let's say, going a religious or spiritual way about it, like, was the best way to evoke what you feeling about everything?
Mm. I think I'm gonna answer your question and then I'll say what I really believe. Okay, so just to keep the conversation going in the right direction, I think I think I've handled it the way it should have been handled. Like I've had the time to handle it spiritually. I had the time to have mediators. Like
Mm-hmm.
I think what people have to do is kind of know other people's beliefs so you can know what to hold them to.
Mm-hmm.
And my from the Bible I read, my understanding as a Christian is that when you have a problem with a person, you go to them one on one. That's the first way you go to them.
That's facts.
Then my question would be, do you think in 20 years we never spoke one on one? Your
Right.
answer probably would be what?
Of course you did.
Okay. So then the second level is when that doesn't work, you go to the person with a witness. Do you think in 20 years we've done that?
Yes.
Okay, so my third um
Your
idea.
third thing is to get the strap. So did you do that?
No, the third, that's not third for me. Um
Okay.
Third for me is you bring it in front of the church. That's what my Bible would say. You bring it in front of the church. So I went to his pastors and said, "Hey, would you like to mediate this conversation between me and Puff since he's now on this spiritual journey?" And when that doesn't happen, I've exhausted all three. Now, in your vantage point, you may say, why did it take you 20 years to do this? And as I stated earlier, but now I'm going to give you the spiritual side.
Mm-hmm.
That is a testament to my spiritual integrity because it took me 20 years to go through those three steps.
Mm.
So if I don't talk to you, I don't just go to the internet. That's not my belief. So my belief is, if I didn't speak to you, I can't say nothing until I speak to you and go through those steps. So if those steps would have taken me 80 years, then that's when I would have been responding at 80. Because I'm staying true to what I believe. And at that point that I went through those steps, because most people would be like, man, I called the church, I didn't get through to him, so I just did it. I didn't do that. For all of the years I couldn't speak to him, or we didn't speak, I held on to what it needs to be. So then when I get to a place where I'm reaching out and I'm exhausting all those things, then at that point, if it's not going to be handled right, I'm not going to just talk to him. Somebody may say, well, Puff tried to call you. Puff has been trying to call you for years. But after we exhaust step 2, it's no longer for me to talk to you personally. If I don't believe you're telling the truth, I can only speak to you with a credible witness. Because you're not going to honor anything you say. That's how I operate. If I know you're not
I
to be
understand
truthful,
everything you just said too. So
yeah.
now let me ask you this. Does it still hurt? And this is kind of a loaded question because you already spoke on you don't need the money that he owes you. You do have connections with your label mates and other people who came up with you during that time. So do you still with that conflated or not? Because you had a bond with this man, or I don't want to feed your answer, but does it still
Nah,
hurt?
I don't, what you call it? I didn't have a bond with him. I had a business deal. The
Okay.
deal didn't go right. Um, he did some things to, I mean, now I'm not even going to say him. I'm going to try to explain it without talking about him. From my vantage point, things happen where it could be in like most business, where you do business, somebody get the better end of that business, whoever negotiated the best in that business. We went our separate ways. He went to his life. I went and did a whole new life of my own. That life did well for me. So, um, there was nothing for me to be hurt about. I would be hurt if I was struggling. I would be hurt if I couldn't take care of my family, but I felt like he was taking care of his. Then I can understand that format, but that's not my format. That's not my platform. My platform is God has been tremendously good to me, and that because of that,
Hmm.
I've been able to give him as long as grace as he needed. But at the point that I understand that nothing different is going to happen, I just felt that that was what I needed to do at that time. And am I hurt by anything he's doing? No. Once you acknowledge who a person desires to be, you accept it. That's part of the growth.
Hmm.
You can accept that this person is going to be this person, and you stop arguing with them.
So for all the hip hop lovers, y'all never had
Facts.
a
All
bond. You were
facts.
never like brothers or best friends. That was not true.
I never said he was my brother.
Yeah, I know. I'm asking you right now. I don't know what you said.
Nah, we had similar goals, and it's like anything. Like I wouldn't like go against. Did we have great music? Yes. Where I was the producers able to give a beat, and I was able to go in there and write something amazing too, and he was able to put great ad libs on it, and and say the parts and dance together and all those things. That was It's like anything. I'm not gonna like downplay a whole legacy, but I am gonna say at the moment you recognize that it's not that, and this you're not going in that same direction, you do have a right to say, hey, let's fix this over here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And how long does it take to fix this over here? The
Yeah,
word
no, I was.
power.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
the word power speaks to the ability to get the result, to make a thing happen. So if I say I'm a powerful man, that means I can make it happen. So if you're saying you're a person of power, then when a woman asks you something, you can make it happen. That's why I know I'm a powerful man. He's a powerful man. If he wants something to happen, he can make it happen. So when it comes to business, it's the same way. I believe I'm powerful. I can make it happen. What I think I deserve, I could make it happen. What he
My,
feels like
my,
I deserve, he can make it happen. So it's just a matter of if you want to make that happen. You understand what I'm saying? Because it ain't
I,
nobody else's decision.
I really do. My question, I think I was a fan of, and I think everybody that's in here tonight probably was under the same impression. What you know about going out here where it's like, what?
Even
We thought
yeah,
y'all was best friends.
but even the artists were as well. But every artist somehow after the first album, most
Hmm.
of them took a different turn. So then what do you accredit that
New money.
to? Right? I mean, you gotta ask yourself that. That's not
Mace, you
because
had Sean under the wing too in the beginning, right?
yeah. So then at the what I'm trying to say is if you keep coming to the same demise, what I was taught in counseling is if something keeps happening, you can't blame other people. You have to own that you are playing a major role in this.
Hmm.
Is that true or no?
I would say it's probably 95% true.
Yeah. If something
I
keeps
would.
happening, because to
That's
me, I look at
accountability.
yeah, that's accountability. If something, it's just like me. If artists keep falling out with me, then I need to change something. That's what I would look at. I'm not perfect. I don't attend to it. And one thing about me, people that know me, I don't lie for me, and I won't lie for you. I'm gonna keep it straight. I'm never gonna downplay you because I'm not feeling you right now. We
Hmm.
did some amazing music together.
I was gonna ask you something.
Hey,
I
yo,
forgot.
Mace.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to ask you two-part questions. And this is one I want to ask you is you have any regrets leaving the game on top back in '99? And
No.
how? Okay,
No.
okay.
And
Okay.
honestly, that was the best decision I ever made. Other than other than my children and my family, that was the best decision I ever made. And I'll tell you why. Because I left it the way I did, I forever have access to it. Cause it doesn't control me.
I respect that. I respect that. I respect it. Hey, yo, Mace, I want to ask you another question too. How you linked up with Magic and him starting managing you and all that?
I got with Magic at the tail end of '99, I think, and I was trying to get Magic to bring me into business with Starbucks and the AMC theaters. That's like one of the things people don't know. So once I was transitioning from music, he was he was beginning to show me how to do business outside of music.
Yeah, you know, I ain't gonna lie, Mace. You was gonna do big things in '99, man. But I understand, you know, when it's time to go, it's time to go. So I respect.
And honestly, it's just like real talk. You get opportunities where one door closes and another door opens. And you have to be smart enough to know when this door is closing and when that door is opening.
That's a
And I look at people who did stay and what they turned into. So I think I made the best decision. So because if I would have stayed, people always try to say different things, but just think about it. If I would have stayed in music and I would have been in that truck, then I would have been in jail. So either way, that wouldn't have been a good thing for me.
fact.
How'd you feel about Sean when you had him under the wing? Because I heard like once he was signed to Bad Boy, like you was like he was under you. I seen him in the video that you had with Blackstreet. I seen him in the cut in the video. So
Yeah, he wasn't like under me, but he was definitely hanging out, and I was trying to give him all the game like that Biggie gave me, and I think that's like one of the things that give me like a drive to helping new artists is that when I came into the game, somebody gave me the blueprint. They gave me how to do things, how to deal with the CEO, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like and how to approach music and everything. So I think having somebody like Big, I wouldn't say he was my mentor, but he was definitely like the OG of the label, letting you know, hey, this is what you want to do, this is what you don't want to do.
That's dope. And I got a question to that. What is one of the most memorable things that Biggie told
Um, Make sure you get yours. Make sure. Make it your business, he said, to get yours.
you?
There's niggas that love you when you up, do not love you when you down.
That's facts. Real talk.
Do you still communicate with Loon or anybody else that you came up with from the beginning?
Um, I did not come up with loan, and
You
I,
funny as shit.
cause you say a lot of things that are like it is what most people believe, but it's not actually true. You get what I'm saying? So that's the
Yeah, I
passion you
do.
get from me. Is not intended for anything else. When he first came home, I spoke to him, and I probably think there's some things that we probably can work together on charity wise.
Hmm. So is the song that you just did an introduction to your, are you re-entering the music scene, the soul scene?
Um, the songs that I did was a one of seven. It was a one of seven. Um, the first two came out. It's still like five of them.
Hmm.
And the idea of the Oracle was to start just kind of releasing music that would be like authentic, would be honest, and it would be straightforward. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
give you an opportunity for you to kind of have a peek inside my brain and see what I think. Because clearly, what people think I think is not what I think. And
Right.
that's where the confusion comes in
Facts.
because they're kind of like judging me by something. They don't even know if I believe that.
And
And
so the oracle is like an answer to all the
yeah, so
myths
you
and
don't have to ask me none of them questions. You know why
ah.
people, because people like, well, why you do this? Well, why you do that? If I put all this information in front of you, if this happened with you, would you still be doing that?
Are you that was hypothetical, right? You wasn't answering.
Mace, are you worried about how the world is going to perceive you knowing that you're a pastor and you're putting out music? I don't know if this are have been asked
No,
already, but
no, no. I believe I'm so unique that I would be doing myself and the people that follow me an injustice if I didn't do what I believe.
will you do interviews like the Breakfast Club or whoever else have like interview
I, I,
platforms? Would
I
you
would
do any
do
of those?
I would only do interviews with people that are unbiased. If you're biased or you operate with the views of somebody else without asking honest and genuine questions, I would not do interviews with you. That would be a waste of my time and it would help you to paint me in a bad light because you're not there to hear my answer. You're there to make your point. And journalism is at its best when people are just answering the questions and letting the person answer it without shaping the question to where they have to answer it the way you're thinking. So it's like, who just asked me this question?
You talking about like right now?
Yeah, Nicole, that was you?
Yeah.
So if I come to you and Nicole and I say, um, Nicole, people want to know, is your nose real, right? Like this is how people talk. Like somebody come on here and say that. I just want to know, is your nose real? Like you're already starting a conversation in doubt. Questioning is not questioning. There's a difference between asking you a question and questioning you. That's two different things. And when people ask the thing they're asking, they're really questioning me. They're not asking me a question. Does that make sense?
It
One
does.
hundred
Or am I
percent.
bugging out?
Perfect sense. That was a brilliant analogy.
So
So do you oh,
when
sorry.
most people ask me what they believe is a question, it's questioning me. And I'm not there to answer a person questioning me. I'm there to answer the question.
Do you intend on like putting out music, like really getting knee deep in the music industry, like getting back in the industry? Again, all these questions I'm asking, I'm not sure if they've been, asked already, but
No,
do you
I literally just asked him what you
Oh,
just asked.
you did? Oh, my bad.
Hey Mace, can I ask you another question, Mace?
Yeah.
Um, your relationship with X, right? R.I.P. DMX, right?
Uh-huh.
You know, he was on your album twice, 24 Hours to Live and Take What's Yours, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand why a lot of people don't give you your flowers for basically having X on your album twice, because that's legendary right there, you know.
Yeah. When he first started, I just knew he was gonna be dope. They knew he was gonna be dope, but I had to convince other people.
He said Puff passed on him.
Yeah. And I had already had two records with X, so then the other one became four. 24 hours. I meant 24 hours to live became three. Cause the first song we had did together was niggas done started something, and then they had kept that one. So then we went back in the studio and did two more.
Hey, yo, Mace, I want to ask you this too, cause I know you got the joint with Kim and Puff, right? And y'all got the same sample X got on Get At Me Dog. How y'all was able to balance that with X got that, that song popped off, and that was a big record too, that one that you had with
Yeah,
Kim and
cause
Puff.
nobody really owned nobody. Neither one of us owned the sample. The
Okay.
sample people gonna let as many people as can sample it
Okay.
if they think you're gonna make a hit.
Hey, bro, would you go on Drink Champs? You know, No got love for you.
Yeah, I definitely would do Drink Chance.
You gonna have a drink? You don't gotta get drunk. You
Yeah.
know, we Christians, we can drink though. They think we can't drink. We can drink.
I don't really know if I share that belief, but
We'll talk
I'm
about it.
ready to hear it. Yeah, you know how we talk. We go in the Bible. If you show it to me, I can adjust based upon what I read.
He's
But
only going to be drinking holy water.
Hey, and
Hey,
wine.
this my last question for you. This Echo. I'm about to say good night. I really appreciate talking to you though.
hmm
What is what you said your new body of work, the 7 songs. I'm guessing that's gonna be an EP. So so what would you
no, it's
like?
not. It's not gonna be an EP. Probably the first thing that come out for me. That was just how those songs were created.
Okay.
It was a space that I was in since we had dressed and everything. I just started dressing everything.
So what you saying that you want you're answering people like you don't want to you will answer questions but not questioning and the oracle kind of um
Yeah, because it
being
makes people like try to dominate you in a sense. If
no, I
people
agree
feel
with
like
that.
you got to, if people feel like you got to answer their question and you got to do this, then people just start being disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Because they feel like they don't have to respect you.
Yeah, they start being confrontational, especially when they come presenting it as questioning you like in a condescending way.
Yeah, like
But
you think you going to hell for what you do? It's like, bro, it's like you could just ask me, what are your beliefs on
right.
this? What does the Bible says to this? That's clear. Somebody, come on. Well, are you a mermaid? Of course, I'm not a mermaid. What is
Oh,
like?
I'm
What
retarded
do
right now. Are you a merman? No. What do you want us to
you
know?
get what I'm saying? Like
What do you want us to know that we don't know that would forever set the record straight, like for the oracle?
that I'm a street nigga that went to church.
Oh,
Don't look at it the opposite way.
That's a
That's what
fact.
got you confused. If you would look at it like, oh, this is just a street nigga who went to church, it'll give you a better understanding than trying to make my beginning place the church because I didn't start there.
right,
So it automatically makes you see me wrong and put you in position for failure.
right.
Because then you're gonna come at me like I'm some nigga from Stony Brook Baptist, and I'm
You
gonna give you a
stupid.
That's
flash.
Stony Brook.
I'm gonna give you a
That
flash
you
of Harlem, and
stupid.
then you're gonna go, "Oh my goodness,
No, that's
this is
that's
the
why I
devil."
said that's why I said your third step was get the strap. I know a little bit about your
Yes, yeah. So it's like you, and then people go there, and then when I meet them there, they look at me like I'm wrong when it's like, no, you out of pocket right now. But you think you can do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's really the problem. You didn't assess who you were talking to.
that part.
So it's the same thing that going on with music. They say a wise man can play a fool, but a fool can't play a wise man. So all my career, I've just played the part that works.
Mm,
That was deep right there, man. Shout out to Mase for that interview, man. That was crazy, man. That was crazy, man. He was talking about a lot of deep stuff, man. If y'all ain't catch that, definitely slide back through to the podcast,
Versi,
man.
what's good with you, boy?
What y'all doing, man?
Yo,
Y'all ready?
yo,
Are y'all?
man. Mase, man. Shout out to Mase, man. Mase is crazy, man. He talking some real talk. Y'all definitely gotta check this interview out, man. Oh man, a lot of good questions. Handled it very well, man. Very professional, very grown man. Like talking about everything, man, from the business, from record deals and how it is in the rap game. A lot of knowledge, man. He was talking a lot of knowledge in that. So if y'all rap and y'all do music and y'all trying to get in the entertainment business, definitely a lot of jewels was dropped in there for y'all to check out, man. Um, you already know podcast, man. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? And we here every week, every day almost, man. So y'all make sure y'all tune in, man. That was just crazy though. You already know podcast.